XRP has just partnered with Mastercard, Gemini, and WebBank to change crypto forever, and we're going to discuss that in today's video. Hey guys, Foxy's Trading here, back with another crypto video for you guys, and today we are talking about XRP, and more importantly, the massive partnership they have just made with Mastercard, WebBank, and Gemini. Okay, so we all know that the partnership is now here, and I want to break it down why it is so important for crypto. So what I have done for all of you is made this little diagram, and I want to break down every single point in simple terms so everybody can understand just how important this is for Ripple. Okay, so getting right into it, the first point. First of its kind use of regulated stablecoin in card payments. This really could become one of the first times a regulated US bank, which is WebBank, settles traditional card payments using regulated stablecoin, which is RLUSD, on a public blockchain, which would be XRP. Okay, and this isn't just for show. This is an actual settlement for real consumer product. So point number 2, Mastercard is opening the door to blockchain payment rails. Mastercard handles trillions of dollars, most likely, in transactions globally. Okay, by enabling settlement via RLUSD on XRPL, Mastercard is signaling that stable coins and public blockchains are ready to coexist with global payment networks and financial institutions. This could really allow future cards, banks, fintech apps to use stable coins as a legitimate banking rail. Okay. Point number 3, faster, cheaper, and more transparent payment settlement. So we know traditional card settlements, they range, right? They range in time. Let's just say 1 to 3 days between a bank and a network. Using RLUSD on XRP, however, this changes completely. It goes to settle in seconds, in maybe a couple of seconds. It costs fraction of a cent. It reduces counterparty and liquidity risks. So all things are just upgraded using XRP now. Okay. Point number 4. Ripple is providing real utility beyond XRP speculation. People often say, oh, where's XRP utility? And not just for XRP, but for every crypto project, right? They'll say the tech is good, but where's the utility? Where's the utility? Where's the utility? Well, here it is. We've all been waiting for it. Here it is, right? I have known that XRP is building a foundation, a building block for the future. Now, some people cannot see into the future. They want to speculate. They want to be pessimistic. That is completely fine. That is their decision to make. But this is proving the haters wrong. This is bringing that real world utility for all of the haters. It is bringing it into fruition. Okay. Number 5, banks are financially using public blockchains, not private ones. So WebBank is a regulated US bank. It is now using the public blockchain XRPL, and that is a major shift in mentality. Before, banks only experimented with private blockchains like, I think it was Ledger and JPM Coin. There might have been 1 or 2 more, but those are the 2 that come to mind. So now they are adopting a public decentralized infrastructure for the financial flow. And the last final point that I think is important, RLUSD becomes a very serious competitor to USDC and USDT. So RLUSD is regulated by NYDFS. Okay, it is fully backed with the US cash and reserves. If RLUSD becomes widely used for bank settlements, it definitely could challenge USDC, which is Circle Coinbase, USDT, which is Tether, and PayPal USD. So all 6 of these points are the reasons why I think this partnership is so important and why it will change the trajectory of Ripple going into the future. I have always been bullish on Ripple. I have held Ripple for, I think it's 5 years now. I bought it at an all-time low before the settlement, and I believed in the project. I saw the vision of them tapping into the financial institutions, into the banking systems. And now we can see that this is coming to life. And this is only the start. Just imagine what Ripple will become in 10 years. I know 10 years is very far away, but in terms of an investment standpoint, if you hold an amount of Ripple and it's $3, $2, whatever it is right now, we will look at that. We will look at price and market structure very, very soon and where I think price is headed. But think about what happens when XRP becomes a bank. Price is just going to skyrocket. In 10 years, this is going to be a whole different talking point. XRP is going to be places where some people never even expected, and I am so excited for that. Now, the Ripple news is non-stop. There's so many things I could talk about, but I don't want to make this video 20 minutes, 30 minutes long, right? These are even more things. And there's so many more things. So if you guys enjoyed the video so far, we still have market structure to go through. Don't worry. Let me know in the comments below if you want to see more videos on XRP, because I know a lot of creators already make videos on XRP, but I want to know if you guys would like me to make some more videos for you where I also break down market structure. Okay. So let me know in the comments, like the video, let me know. We are down still on the week, up in market cap slightly, down in volume, obviously on all the big exchanges, and we are 88% bullish. Very good. Let's get that to 90%. So looking at market structure, right? We are on the weekly time frame. One thing I can see right away is that the $2 mark is a strong support level, not only because of the accumulation of volume that we have had here, but we also have a very strong weekly fair value gap right over here. And if you don't know what a fair value gap is, that's completely fine. I'll tell you, it is an imbalance in price. So you can see between these two wicks how there's an imbalance. Now, these imbalances, price likes to test it. And you can see it. This is not a random zone. This happens everywhere in the market. You can see how many times price has tested it, right? Over and over and over again. All throughout here has price tested this zone. This is not a random zone, okay? So we are holding this zone. Very, very good. We have a fair value gap that gives us another stronger confirmation, right? What else happened in this zone which gives me bullish confirmation? Well, we swept out all of the longs that were here, right? Using this manipulation candle right over here, we swept everything. So it reset the market. And even with this massive manipulation, we still did not want to close below, showing strength in Ripple. Okay. What else do we have? Looking at the RSI, we can see on the RSI, we are oversold, right? Oversold already in a strong zone. All that means to me is that the next steps are to go up. Now, what do we need to start getting into that bullish trend? I will tell you. We need to start forming higher highs followed by higher lows, right? That is the simple explanation of how a bullish trend happens, right? We have a higher high followed by a higher low, followed by a higher high, followed by a higher low, and then you get that step ladder to the upside, and that is how bullish trends start. So what do we need to see? Well, we need to see a closure above this zone and this zone, right? So a closure above this high, a closure above this high. It would look something like this. Go above, close, retest it, go above, close, retest it, and now we are in a bullish trend. And then we can use this zone as a support, and we can use this zone as a support, right? And all of this just becomes a support zone for us to go higher now. So that is how it looks on the daily to go bullish, because as we can see, we are still in a slight bearish trend. You can see that, right? We have a lower high, followed by a lower low, followed by a lower high, followed by a lower low, followed by a lower high, right? That step ladder that I was talking about, we are still in a bearish trend. If we break it down onto the 4-hour, however, we have made our first steps looking bullish, because you can see we closed above this high and we closed above this high. So now let's hope we can start getting some momentum to the upside. And Bitcoin has also swept all of its important liquidity. I can show you that in a second right here. So this was the first liquidity zone that it swept. That was a while ago. But then we had this liquidity, this strong low that it swept, which Bitcoin has swept now also. Now, there's two ways Bitcoin can play this out, right? It can start pushing to the upside, or it can go for this liquidity that I have marked out. And I think this liquidity is a strong possibility. So if Bitcoin does end up going down a little and it sweeps that, that will be your confirmation to buy XRP, because then we will start getting into a reversal sign. Price likes to reverse after sweeping liquidity. You can see a very clear example right here. Swept this liquidity, reversed to the downside, right? Swept this liquidity, reversed to the upside. That is just how price works. That is how the market moves. So next week, maybe in a couple days, if that does happen, I will give you guys an update. If it doesn't, I'll let you know what the update is for the other side. Remember, we cannot just always predict the market. We don't have that crystal ball. We have to adapt to the market and what price is giving us. And that is what I'm here to do for all of you. That's what I'm going to be doing for the future. So if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you leave a like, make sure you leave a comment, subscribe. It really does mean a lot to me. I'm closing out on 500 subs. It's going to be such a big milestone for me. I really appreciate all of you. And also make sure you guys do your own research, because I am not a financial advisor, and I'll see everybody in the next video.